What if everything you think you know about Stranger Things is wrong? What if Will Byers never actually escaped the Upside Down? What if Vecna isn't the real villain? What if one of your favorite characters has been dead this entire time? The final season is about to drop, and the fan theories circulating right now are absolutely mind-blowing. Some of these predictions are so wild, so unexpected, and so convincing that they might actually become canon. In this video, we're breaking down 7 of the most insane, most jaw-dropping, most controversial theories about Stranger Things Season 5. By the end of this breakdown, you'll never look at Hawkins the same way again. Buckle up, this is going to get crazy. Before we dive into these mind-bending theories, let's establish why Season 5 is the perfect storm for wild predictions. The Duffer Brothers have been planting seeds since Season 1. Easter eggs, hidden references, cryptic dialogue that only makes sense in retrospect. Season 5 is their final chance to tie everything together, which means every clue matters. Every strange moment from previous seasons could suddenly become crucial. And fans have been analyzing every frame, every line of dialogue, every behind-the-scenes photo with forensic precision. The theories we're about to explore aren't just random speculation, they're backed by evidence, patterns, and connections that span the entire series. These aren't just theories, they're possibilities that could redefine the entire Stranger Things universe. Let's start with the theory that has divided the fandom more than any other. The real Will Byers is still trapped in the Upside Down. And the Will we've been watching since Season 2 is actually a puppet controlled by Vecna himself. Think about it. When Joyce and Hopper rescued Will in Season 1, what if what they brought back wasn't entirely Will? Throughout Season 2, his connection to Vecna, his ability to sense when the Upside Down is near, his mysterious neck tingling, all of this points to something deeper than we've been told. In Seasons 3 and 4, Will's character feels different, almost like he's watching events unfold rather than truly participating. Some fans believe this is intentional, that the writers are slowly revealing that this Will is fundamentally different. Season 5 could deliver the ultimate twist. 11 enters the deepest part of the Upside Down and finds the real Will, still trapped, still waiting to be rescued. If this theory is true, Season 5's climax won't just be about defeating Vecna, it will be about rescuing the real Will Byers and finally bringing him home. The second theory goes even deeper. Vecna doesn't just manipulate reality, he controls time itself. Let's examine the evidence. The Upside Down is frozen on November 6, 1983, the exact night Will disappeared. This isn't a glitch, it's Vecna's doing. When 11 banished him, he learned to anchor the Upside Down to a specific moment, creating a temporal loop that allows him to observe, manipulate, and potentially rewrite events. This theory suggests that defeating Vecna won't be a simple physical battle. 11 will need to develop new abilities, specifically the power to navigate time itself. Season 5 could see her learning to move through different timelines, confronting Vecna in the past, present, and future simultaneously. If Vecna truly controls time, then defeating him means breaking the temporal loop he's created, which could reset Hawkins entirely, or create a new timeline where certain tragedies never occurred. Theory number 3 focuses on Max Mayfield's fate. At the end of Season 4, Max technically died before 11 brought her body back. But when 11 searches for her in the void, Max isn't there. Her consciousness has vanished. This theory proposes that Max's mind is trapped inside Vecna's Mindscape, being held hostage as leverage against 11. Think about it. Vecna feeds on trauma, and Max, who carries intense survivor's guilt, would be a feast for him. By keeping her consciousness imprisoned, he could continuously harvest her pain to fuel his strength. The entire setup could be a trap designed to lure 11 into the deepest, most dangerous part of his mind. Season 5's rescue mission will be a psychological war, and Lucas's emotional connection could be the anchor that helps 11 locate her. Some fans even speculate that Max is still partially aware inside her prison, fighting to maintain her identity against Vecna's attempts to erase her. Here's where things get truly mind-bending. What if Vecna, despite being the big bad of Season 4, isn't actually the final villain? What if he's just a puppet in a much larger game? Remember the Mind Flayer's true form, that massive shadow creature? Many fans believe that entity is from somewhere even darker than the Upside Down. The theory proposes that the Mind Flayer is the true power, an eldritch entity that found Henry Creel and corrupted him, turning him into Vecna as its tool to break through to our world. Season 5 could reveal that killing Vecna won't end the threat. It will only reveal the true enemy that's been pulling the strings. This theory fundamentally changes how we view the entire series. Every victory was temporary. Every battle was just preparation for the real war. If it's true, Season 5's final episodes will feature a two-stage climax, first defeating Vecna, then facing the true horror that created him. This next theory is one of the most controversial. One of the main characters has actually been dead the entire time, and Season 5 will finally reveal the truth. The leading candidate, Hopper. Think back to Season 3's explosion. We never saw his body. The Russian storyline seemed to resolve this, but what if that wasn't Hopper at all? What if, when the gate exploded, Hopper was briefly pulled into the Upside Down, died there, but was resurrected as something different, neither fully alive nor fully dead? His memories, his personality, all real, but housed in a vessel that isn't quite human anymore. The evidence is subtle. His unusual resilience, his strange moments of disconnect. Season 5 could deliver a heart-wrenching revelation. To permanently close the gates, Hopper must finally accept his death and let go. The final goodbye between Hopper and Eleven would be the emotional climax of the entire series. Theory 6 is perhaps the most radical. Stranger Things will end with a complete reality reset, erasing everything that happened. The evidence for this comes from the writer's own comments about giving the characters peace, combined with the show's heavy emphasis on time and loops. If Vecna truly can control time, defeating him might require Eleven to make an impossible choice: travel back to 1983, prevent the first gate from opening, and erase the entire nightmare, including all the friendships and relationships that came from it. A reality reset would mean Mike and Eleven never meet. But it also means Will never gets taken, Bob never dies, and Hawkins remains a normal town. The most compelling aspect of this theory is how it would recontextualize the entire series. Every episode becomes even more precious knowing it all might be erased. The final theory is meta and surprisingly well supported. What if the entire Stranger Things series has been a Dungeons and Dragons campaign the whole time? This theory draws from the show's heavy D&D symbolism and narrative structure. Every season has felt like a new chapter in a game: clear villains, escalating challenges, and character progression. The Demogorgon, the Mind Flayer, Vecna, all literal D&D monsters. Some fans believe the final scene will reveal that Will has been the dungeon master all along, crafting this elaborate story to process his trauma. This theory would explain certain narrative inconsistencies and the way the rules of the Upside Down sometimes change. It would also provide ultimate closure. The characters complete the campaign, close the book, and return to normal life. These 7 theories represent some of the wildest predictions for how Stranger Things Season 5 could end. The beauty of Stranger Things is that the Duffer Brothers have been so meticulous with their foreshadowing that multiple theories could be partially true. Season 5 might combine elements from several of these, creating an ending that nobody fully predicted. So here's the question for you. Which theory do you think is most likely? Which would you want to see happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, subscribe for more deep dives, and join us as we count down to the final season. The end of Hawkins is coming. Let's figure it out together.